Nice little morning here for a Saturday. Got a great day ahead. Unbelievable, 26 degrees for May. It's just incredible. I was hoping we might have an Indian summer, and it just might happen after the shit summer we had. Good news, Bobby from the council's back cleaning the mall with his high pressure spray. Does a great job. Look at that. That's a good morning. Looking forward to today. Welcome to Manly Markets 2095. Manly is the first beach north of Sydney Harbour and can easily be reached by ferry, car or bus. My name is Mark and I've been running the Manly Markets for 10 years now, and I have over 30 years retail experience in the surf industry, which has really helped me understand the markets business overall. Each week I'm going to show you all around our markets, including how we run them, introduce our store holders, show you around Manly and interview some locals along the way. Please subscribe and enjoy our weekly shows every Friday. Can't tell what's going on with this wet Corso. If we had a shower, looks like it, but nice and clean, thank you. And then blue skies for the rest of the day. That's a perfect markets day. So the day has turned out really nice, like I said it would, or hoped it would. Fog burned off, and look at that, that's just beautiful skies. The markets is buzzing, people are out. And yeah, you can see the winter shadows are kicking in. But it's nice, 24 degrees today, mid-May. It's not bad after the crap summer. Yeah, there's a nice vibe down here in Manly today, gotta say. Okay, it's time to collect the rent on Saturday afternoon. Just the reason why I do go around and collect the rent every day, some people do pay online, but the most pay on the day, is that I get really good feedback by talking to all the store holders as I go around near the end of the day, just finding out how they've traded and what's happening. Yeah, just general information, and yeah, it just really helps knowing what happens. So here we go. Here we go, Sunday morning, and it's looking great. Can't believe how many weekends we're getting in, even though start of the week it looks, forecasters always, oh, it's going to rain, 70% chance, and you know, Sunday 0 chance except for the after 5 p.m. Don't care about that. Look at that, it's pretty good. Alright, let's get into it. Big market again. Sundays have been big, and I think we'll get a lot of people over here today. G'day Harry, welcome to Manly Markets.
Hey, how are you going?
Yeah, good, how are you?
Yeah, cracking, really awesome, so happy to be here, it's such a good day.
Yeah, nice, yeah, your first one with us at Manly.
Yeah, we've come to Manly Markets constantly, and it's always been such a good vibe. Everyone here is so nice, so yeah, we're super appreciative to be part of this community.
Yeah, nice, yeah. Thanks very much. And I've noticed in your application you've done quite a few markets.
Yeah,
and how do you find that? What's the differences out there, do you?
Yeah, we do markets from down to Canberra all the way up to Newcastle, and we love it. We love every single weekend packing it full. It means that we can speak to so many people about what we're bringing out and what people want, how people are feeling, and it just gives us a real good opportunity to be able to, you know, hone in on what we're actually trying to achieve, which is just making better products constantly, which is
Yeah,
awesome.
right.
Yeah.
Well, that leads us into how did you come up with this Wolf Bear Collective brand of clothing that you do?
It all started from a talk when Ness and I first met. Dan, we went to the 1 Million Caves and we talked about our spirit animals, and Ness was a wolf and I was a bear, and then from there it all started from trying to figure out to make a t-shirt initially that was more sustainable, that lasted a lot longer, that was unisex, and just trying to shake up the industry in a way that made sure that our products were made in a more transparent way. And we started it in 2018, and we started with a screen printing press in the back garden, and now we still have exactly the same momentum from what we originally had, but things have just changed a little bit. Like our screen printing press in the back garden has changed, and the scale that we're doing it at has changed, but fundamentally our beliefs and values have stayed exactly the same.
Yeah, right, okay. So you have made a lot of changes along the way, and compared to what your first vision was to what you're doing now, is there much difference? Or?
Yeah, big time. We've learnt loads. We've learnt so much. I always say, like, in the first year, 18 months, we made all of our mistakes, and we made them like really well. I feel like what we've done in the last year or so has really started to allow us to figure out where we're going to go in the next 5 years. And no doubt in 5 years we'll look back and go, we were doing things that needed to change. And now I think looking into more like recycled polyesters, recycled nylons, a more sustainable way of reusing materials that are already out there, and recycled cottons, we're super stoked about being a part of that conversation. So far the change has been drastic from day one to now, and no doubt it will be the same going forward. Yeah.
That's great. That's a really good vision. And, have you found it, like, because obviously you're a small operator, you're not like a multinational company. Do you find it difficult to source that sort of manufacturing and productivity? Is that difficult, or you?
Honestly, Mark, I thought that when we first started, I thought it would be like a Google search, sustainable t-shirts, and then we'd be up and running. I thought that's how it would go. And that process was just so much longer than I thought. And now we're in the process of speaking to, we've got a new manufacturer which is based in India, and the use of the materials that they can use there are so much greater than what we're using currently. But it doesn't mean that what we're using now is bad. It just means that what we can do in the future is going to be so much greater. And also it gives us a lot more freedom on what we design and that's why markets are so great, because we can speak to people every single weekend and be like, what do you think about this, and have direct feedback.
It's the cold face, isn't it?
It's amazing.
You get the best feedback at markets.
Yeah, it's so key. It's so key, and without listening to that, then I feel like you can easily stay stale, and we love the fact that people do have their opinions on what works and what doesn't work, and we listen to that, and we constantly change.
Well, good on you. With that attitude, I think you're going to do very well.
Thanks, really appreciate it. Thanks so much, Mike. It's awesome.
Hi Zoe, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, very good, thanks. So you're minding a store for one of our regular store holders, Jessica Ross and Wildi Design.
Yeah.
And tell us a bit how you got involved.
Well, I met Jess at the markets a few months ago, and we hit it off right away. She encouraged me to pursue my own love of jewellery and making it, and I went home still very happy and thinking about the encounter, and I checked it out on Instagram and found she was hiring, and then I'm here.
Yeah, here you are, minding her store while she's gone back home to America, which is amazing. And you're still in high school?
I am, yeah.
What year are you in?
I am in year 11.
Year 11, right, okay, so you're quite young in that. And what's your dream for the future?
Well, I would love to have my own business selling jewellery online and in-store. Probably market first, and then
absolutely, markets is a good stepping stone.
Yeah.
And so what a great opportunity for you to do this.
I've definitely learned a lot, and about the different metals and crystals.
Yeah,
which is really nice.
Okay. And then what's the next step for you to start your own jewellery business?
Well, I have been making my jewellery at home. I guess setting up an online store. So hopefully that'll happen this year.
Is there a certain designs or style of jewellery you'll be looking at?
I like working with wire, and beads. but yeah.
Are you doing anything at the moment yourself, or?
No.
Not really? Yeah, you'll get to that?
Yeah, just a hobby as of now, but hopefully.
Yeah. Oh, good on you. It's good to see a young person like you having a go and thinking about the future like that.
Yeah.
All the best. Hi Viv, how are you?
I'm very well, Mark. How are you?
Very good, thank you. You've been a long time store holder, haven't you? I think before my time.
Yes, well before your time. I started as the market began here in Sydney Road in 1997. So I've been here since 1997. Yes.
Wow, that's a great effort. And has much changed in that time?
Oh yes, we've had 3 different market managers. You're the third.
Right,
so
okay.
Things changed. The first one was a bit of a sergeant major. If you did a thing wrong, you got a letter. Like if you parked badly, you got a letter. If you got 3 letters, you were banned.
Wow, okay. Hopefully I'm a bit better than that, huh?
Oh yes, you're much nicer than those people.
No letters. So tell us about your lovely scarves. We often feature them in our shows because they're so bright and lovely. Tell us all about them.
The scarves are silk. They're all white when I get them. I paint them with a brush. I paint the strongest colour first, like in this one, the strongest colour is the dark blue, and then the next colour is the teal colour, and then there's this turquoise and the green, and then I sprinkle them with salt, and that makes the mottled effect. It draws the dye towards it and makes a pattern. And then once they're dry, they have to be steamed for an hour and a half, and I do that a traditional way in a wok and a bamboo steamer, which is how silk's been fixed for centuries. If you don't do that, then it just washes, the colour just washes out. And some of the dyes I use were developed in the 17th century, so silk painting has a long history behind it.
Wow, that's fantastic. And who should wear a scarf, and how should you wear a scarf? What, is there scarves for all occasions, or?
I actually do orders, and I've made scarves for mothers of the bride, things like that. So most people just wear them wrapped around or straight down under their collar. I usually show people 2 or 3 different ways to tie their scarves when they buy one, if they're interested. Some of them say, oh, I already know, it's okay.
Excellent. Now, just a little bit of your history. You're a fencing. Were you a competitor or you're an instructor with a?
Both, yes.
Yeah?
I was a competitor.
Tell us a bit about that.
I started fencing in 1965, And one year I was training hard to compete. I was doing quite well in competitions, after a couple of years of fencing, I made state A-grade finals, and I was training hard and went snow skiing. We used to do that every year, and when I came back, my knees decided no, that was enough. Of course, snow skiing, of course, uses your knees as fencing does too. And so, because my knees weren't working very well, I turned to coaching. You can cheat a lot when you're coaching. You don't have to do the fencing moves so much. And I started coaching full-time in 1977. I taught at many schools.
That's in Sydney, is it?
In Sydney, yes. The King's School, Abbotsleigh, Barker, St Leo's, Winona, Monty St Andrew, all over Sydney. I went and taught fencing to school children. And I also started a club here in Manly called the Manly Warringah Fencing Academy, which went for 37 years before I retired. And I was head coach for the Swords Club, which is the oldest club in Australia. It had its 100th anniversary in 1913, nice. So 110 next year. And I was head coach, the third head coach they'd ever had, so I was there for a long time.
Right, okay. And tell her, what's the passion of fencing? Is it getting someone and stabbing them, or what?
It's very tactical.
Yes.
For me, it was trying to find the right answer. So if you do an attack, I used to fence foil, which is a point scoring weapon. You hit with the point on target area, which is your torso.
Right.
And you would do an attack to find out why it didn't work, and then there was always an answer to what they were doing to defend. And of course, if they were attacking you, you had to find the right defence.
Right.
I made lots of state champions in all age groups, juniors and seniors, and some national champions. And I developed some international representatives as well, and went to a couple of 3 or 4 world championships that I was coaching at.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, well, that's good to know. So instead of me sending out letters to anyone who does anything wrong, I can send Viv out with the foil.
With a sword in a hand, yes, exactly. Frighten them to death.
Fantastic. Thanks, Viv.
You're welcome.
So I just had a stroll round the markets. It's 2:45 in the afternoon, obviously, and yeah, a little bit quiet out there, but that's generally sort of something goes on. We've got the election in a week's time, and yeah, it's funny, even in my years of the surf shops, found the same thing when there was an election looming. Just all that negativity that politicians go on about. Can't wait till it's over. That'll be good. See what happens then.